It's Thanksgiving today. It's actually about 3:45. I'm sitting in some rest area on I-40, and it's just been on my mind all day today that as people pass me and as I pass them, they're either going to be with family and friends and sit around the table and have a good meal and good time and make memories, or they're coming from it. Everybody has the same thing on their agenda today, and that's to celebrate a national holiday. But it also dawned on me that even though all the truck stops, pretty much, no matter what time you pulled in them, you were going to find 15, 20 parking spots. But, there's still us drivers out here that are going down the road that are, we're hauling the I-beams that's going to build buildings that may save your life one day. Some of us are hauling paper products that you need for your house, your toilet paper, your paper towels, diapers, baby wipes. Some of us are hauling your detergent. Some of us are hauling your gasoline, the diesel that powers these trucks, even your personal trucks. Some of us are hauling liquid food grade. Some of us are hauling frozen food. Some of us are hauling dry food. Some of us are sitting in a truck in an empty parking lot today. Some of us are across the country from our family. I passed a guy in East Tennessee. He was from California. Some of us never felt more alone in the world than we have today. Some of us don't even have a family to go home to. Some of us did get to spend time with our family. Some of us are still out on the road. Some of us wish we had a family that still valued tradition instead of prioritizing standing in long, cold, freezing lines for hours upon hours just to save a couple of $100 on a gift that you'll only be appreciated for a couple hours, and then it's nothing else after that. Some of us are wondering why we do what we do. Some of us wish that we wasn't who we are. Some of us just don't know how to stop, go home. Some of us just don't even know how to get started. It's always the holidays that are the loneliest times of the year, especially when you're pretty much alone. You've got family and friends and that all that good stuff, and it's great. But when there's a part of you that's missing inside, it doesn't matter how big the room is or how many people are surrounding you. You still feel alone. And out here, even though I'm with my brothers in wheels, it's just, we're in the same race. We're here to do the same job, and that's to keep this country going, no matter what our background is, no matter who we drive for, how long we've been driving, what trailer we're pulling, what freight we've got on it, We're all here to do the same job, and yet, even though we're together, and even though in some instances we're only 20 feet apart, we're still alone. Truck driving is high demanding. It's what people don't tell you is the emotional toll that it takes on you, and the physical toll that it takes on you. Nobody tells you how lonely you're going to feel. Nobody tells you that you're going to be driving the truck down the interstate at nighttime and you're going to break down crying because you ain't got nobody. Nobody tells you how bad you're going to miss your family, how bad you wish for a different lifestyle, but you can't do anything else because guess what? Diesel runs in your veins. 18 wheels are turning in your head. And you're just itching for that extra mile. Every curve that you go around, you wish was your exit. Every city light that you see glowing in the sky, you wish it was your hometown. You see cars driving and a man and woman in the front seat and they're holding hands, and you look over to your right and you have an empty seat. You have nobody there. What you wouldn't give to have that, what you wouldn't give to be doing that at that moment. If you've got somebody at home, you would give it all. But the fact of the matter is that without us truck drivers, without some of us, this world, this country would decline. I've said it before and I'll say it again. All it takes is for 3 days, 3 whole days, 72 hours. Every truck stop, every rest area, and almost miles of the shoulderway just filled with trucks. If we stopped moving for 72 hours, you guys would begin starving. You'd be out of gas. You'd be out of a lot of your household goods. You would be, in desperate plea for a lot of stuff. And that's just the first 3 days, because it's only going to take a whole week, a whole 7 days. The first 3 days we crippled the country. A whole week we disabled it. That power lies on our shoulders. It lies underneath our feet because we're the ones responsible for hauling these goods, and some of us work on holidays because some of us have family, like I said. They would rather go stand in the long lines and fight over a product that they're only going to be appreciated for a couple of days, maybe an hour. It's a lonely feeling out here. It's a lonely feeling in this seat. And in its own way, this is the most rewarding job there is. But it also takes a lot away. They don't tell you that when you're sitting in the classroom going to get your CDLs. Your trainers at the company that you applied for, they don't tell you that. They don't want to scare you away. They don't want to lose a profit source. Some of us, like I said earlier, some of us, we wish that we weren't who we are. I've always thought there were three forces. that kept this country going. But honestly, there's four sources that keep this country the way it is. And I'm going to tell you, all day yesterday and today, I've seen more highway patrol in the state of Tennessee on the side of the road, and they weren't conducting traffic stops. They were changing tires. I've seen a lot of that, and that makes me proud to be an American. That makes me proud to be a truck driver. Used to the trucking industry back in the old days, truckers would be the ones on the side of the road changing tires. 4 forces. Number 1, the military. It takes our military to keep a lot of the evil forces out of this country so that we can do what we do. It takes the law enforcement stateside, a smaller version of the military, you might as well say, that keep the individual cities and towns and streets safe. It takes the farmers to grow the food that we need to eat. And it takes the truck drivers to get it from one side of the country to the other. 4 forces. Some of us work today. Some of us were sitting in a truck in an empty parking lot, feeling more distant from the world and family and friends than we've ever felt before. Some of us were in a uniform with a badge on our chest, on hands and knees changing tires for somebody who's just traveling. Some of us were stopping the speeders. Some of us were cutting the crops. Some of us were dying to never come home again. Because some of them, and yeah, I said some of them, made a choice a long time ago that keeping this country free was more important, and took the ultimate sacrifice and decided that if I don't come home, if I never make it home again, this is how I'm going to go out. This is an honorable way to go. It's fighting for people who I don't know and who don't know me. Same way with law enforcement. Same way with farmers. Same way with truck drivers. Some of us are days from seeing our family again. Some of us are just a couple hours away. Some of us still made the choice and the sacrifice to work. Some of us was still in those truck stops, doing the only thing we know how to do. I hope that for those who see this video, I hope that if you're not one of those 4 forces, I hope that you show a little bit more respect and a little bit more courtesy to the guys in these seats, in these trucks. We can't stop on dimes, people. We can't maneuver as quick and as agile as you can. And for you to come up beside us, pass us, and then get in front of us and slow down, especially on hills and inclines, that you're asking for death. And death is going to come and get you in the rear, because it'll be our grill sitting at your back door. We're not a game. We're not a toy to play with. I hope that everybody, when you do see this, I hope that you did have a good Thanksgiving. I hope everybody made it home. I've seen some emergency services, fire rescue, and ambulances out today, and even yesterday. I hope everybody made it home. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. From some of us to all of you, happy Thanksgiving. We do it not because we have to, more so because we love the feeling that we don't know who we're providing for. We don't know who this is going to benefit. We do it anyway. So from some of us to all of you, we love you. Because if we didn't, we wouldn't do this. And that's just all there is to it. God bless you all. I hope you all have a good holiday. Safe travels. Even though this video will be about a month late of you seeing it. Just remember the driver in this. God bless y'all. Peace.